lead guitar, but that was the classic cover by the Black Crowes of Otis Redding's Hard to Handle. So we start with this riff. I'm starting double B on 7 on the E string, D sharp, E, 6 to 7, and F sharp I'm playing on 9. And I like to slide that up. Then I'm just playing E and D natural this time. So E, D natural, E, D natural. So that's 7, 5, 7, 5. Then back to B on 7. And that's twice. And then I go into the rhythm guitar. So on the verse, I'm just playing a B. Then adding a sus4 with my little finger on 5 on the B string. Just adding that E note. And just before the pre-chorus, I just play B twice without playing that little E on the end. So very straightforward. And then there's also very kind of low in the mix. It's a little hard to hear. There's a kind of scratchy second guitar. And so I'm playing. Something like that. Kind of playing classic blues. I'm playing a B and an F sharp on 7 and 9 on the E and A strings, and just adding a G sharp on 11 on the A string, and then just playing that B and F sharp together, kind of scratchy. Then just adding my little finger on the A string on 12 to play an A, then down 1 fret to 11 for G sharp. Okay, so that's just that second guitar that I threw in there, and it's kind of like that. You know, it's a little hard to hear exactly because it's quite low and scratchy in the mix, but really kind of, if you've got two guitars, it sounds great together. Okay, so then we go from that B into the chorus, which is just an F sharp chord. And because I put two guitars there, I played one up here and one down there. So kind of up to you where you play it. And then on the first time, play a B again on the hard for the stop. Hey, little thing that bit like your candle, cause mama, I'm sure hard to handle now you surround. And the first time we've got so I'm playing D D, E E, A E B, and then we're back into the verse chords and chorus, and for the guitar solo we've got the verse chords played under that. Now after that first one, doesn't play that again, it just plays A E B, and I think on the record it sounds nice to play. Get that little slide in. So I'm just playing the top four strings, sliding up to E, and sometimes on that B I do a little hammer to that eighth note there, the D sharp of the 8th fret. So that'll take us into the guitar solo, which we'll take a look at next. based around the B blues scale with some additional notes from the B major scale. D sharp, G sharp, C sharp. Okay, so we start with a bend from G sharp to A. So it's bending on 9 on the B string to 10. And so that's just, and then you just bend it 3 times. And then so that lick is A, G sharp, F sharp, 10, 9, 7. Then on the G string, 9. So that's going to E. Then back to F sharp. And then we go F natural, E, D. So that's on the G string, 10, 9, 7. Then back to E, B. So that's 9, 9, 9 on the G string, 9 on the D string. Then hammer from D to D sharp, 7 to 8. That's 7 to 8. And then finish with play B 3 times. So really slowly. Great little lick. And then I slide to a G sharp on 6 on the D string. Then B, G sharp. So that's 6, 4, 6. And I'll try and get some few pinched harmonics in here. So D, 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 that's 7, 7. B, G sharp, B, B. And then again, back to the G sharp. Just same again, just playing 1 B at the end. So then back to the 7th position. Do a little rake here is quite nice. Just scraping across the strings but not playing them. So I'm going back to the G sharp, playing a semitone bend. That's on 9. So a little rake. Release to back to G sharp. F sharp on 7. Then bend twice to B from 10. So bending A to B. And then I slide up to 13, a G sharp on the G string. Then B, C sharp. That's on the B string, 12, 14, 12. G sharp again on 13. Then D on 15, pulling off to B on 12. Then an A natural on 14. Then back to B on 12. So, yeah. And then we just finish with bending on 17, E, up to F sharp, so on the B string, so on 17. And also picking B on 17. And then bend again. And release. Back to E on 17. D on 15 on the B string. And then we finish with a bend from A to B. Great solo. Now the second time, there's some solo at the end. So that's a good one on which to improvise. Okay, so we've got some, again, we're playing those bends, what we just played at the end of the first solo. And then there's some little licks where you got things like just doing a little hammer from C sharp to B and an A on 17. So that's on the B string, 14, 15, 17 on the E string. And yeah. And then we can improvise around this kind of hybrid scale, which is A, G sharp, F sharp. So on the top string, going down 17, 16, 14, then E, D, C sharp, 17, 15, 14, then B, A, that's 16, 14, then F sharp, E, again 16, 14, D on 12, B on 14. Yeah, it's nice to have a little jam out at the end with those around those notes, or you could just use the B blues scale, whatever you feel like. At the very end of the song, we've got this nice lick. So what I'm playing there is 9 and 9 on the G and B strings with a bend and release. That's E and G sharp. Then 7 and 7, D and F sharp. Then E and G sharp again. Back to D and F sharp. Then a B on 9. And then same start, bend on 9 and 9. 7 and 7. Then B, A, F sharp, 9, 7, 9. And then a bend on A to B. And that plays it twice at the end and finishes on that note. What a great tune! So next we'll take a look at the bass guitar part. On the bass, I start with the same riff that I played on guitar. B, B, D sharp, E, F sharp. So on the E string, 7, 7. On the A string, 6, 7, 9. Then we've got E, D natural. And again. So that's 7, 5, 7, 5. Then back to B on the 7th fret of the E string. Then we're into our riff for the verse. So I played a B on 2, open E, 2 F sharps on the 2nd fret, open A. Okay, and that goes round and round for the verse. And then to lead us into the chorus, we go. So I'm playing. I'm still on the B. So so these three notes, D sharp, E, F natural. So that's on the D string, 1, 2, 3. Then I play 2 F sharps on 2 on the bottom string, the E string. And then 2 F sharps on 4 on the D string, so an octave. Then back to an F sharp on 2. And then A sharp, B, C sharp. 1, 2, 4 on the A string. And then I do a stop on a B. Okay, and that's the Hey Little Thing, Let Me Light Your Candle. And then the first time I've got just a D, E, so 5 on the A string, 7, then A, 5 on the E string, an open E, B. Okay. Back into our verse. Now, after the chorus, on the next occasions, we just, instead of playing that, we just go. Or, actually, I think it's open, but it's basically an A to an E to a B. So you could play, or, so A, open E, B, 5, open, 7. Okay, so that's the main bass parts there. It's a great song to have a jam to, so enjoy, hard to handle, and thanks for watching.